Award.
So if you don't know, Ken was an independent pharmacist whose dedication to service was absolutely outstanding. So Cardinal Health has an ongoing commitment to community service. And this morning, it is my pleasure to help present the Ken Worcester Community Leadership Award. Now, Ken left a legacy that lives on through this award. Cardinal Health has honored Ken since 2008 and is privileged to once again present this award in his name. The Ken Worcester Community Leadership Award is given to an outstanding pharmacist who has found new ways to really make a difference. Now, 3 basic principles guide the selection of this winner. Number 1, how the nominee supports his or her community. Number 2, how the nominee works to inspire others. And number 3, how the nominee consistently puts the patient first. Now, the winner receives a crystal trophy to put on display in his or her pharmacy, because who doesn't like a trophy? And in addition, Cardinal Health donates $10,000 to the pharmacy organization or school of the winner's choice.
The 2015 Ken Worcester Award finalists are, please hold your applause until we've announced all 5. Michael Burns, AuBurn Pharmacies in Garnett, Kansas. Lisa Goldstein, Beverly Hills Medical Plaza Pharmacy in Beverly Hills, California. David Hester, Medicine Sharp Pharmacy in Maxton, North Carolina. Amand, Roger, and Michael Paganelli, brothers and owners of Mount Carmel Pharmacy in the Bronx, New York. And Beth Tomac, owner of Broad Street Pharmacy in Chesaning, Michigan. Congratulations to all of you. Now please stand so we can be recognized.
There they are.
Our 2015 winner is a perfect example of what the Ken Worcester Leadership Community Award means. The community involvement ranges from collaborating with local elementary schools to providing Healthy Kids free vitamin program focused on helping children make healthy choices to donating time at area nursing homes. This person not only provides financial contributions to various charities, organizations, projects, and causes, but also creates foundations and scholarships at a local community hospital. This year's winner supports area schools of pharmacy every year by providing mentorship, instruction, education as preceptors to dozens of pharmacy students. And for more than 20 years, they have helped turn pharmacies on the brink of closure into viable businesses that contribute to the local economy, offer health care at affordable prices, and give back to the communities that support them. This individual seeks opportunities to encourage residents and their communities to move forward together as a community, calling upon each other to embrace new situations as they arise, and is truly an inspiration to us all. Joining me on stage is Jason Hamilton, Sales Manager for the Central Region.
Come on up.
Now please help us congratulate the 2015 Ken Worcester Community Leadership Award winner, Michael Burns, AuBurn
On behalf of Cardinal Health, Mike, what does this award mean to you?
Well, Jason, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is just to be nominated. And when I see the other finalists over there, and as you know, yesterday, we got to all share our stories. And to sit and listen to all their stories and just, understand that people consider me at that same level, it's truly humbling. It really is. I want to first of all thank Ken Worcester and his family, obviously, for their vision and his passion. Also thank Cardinal Health for the vision and their support, and even making the Leadership Award possible. But then finally, I want to thank my AuBurn team. I am so blessed to get to work with some of the most incredible people who believe in the passion of what we do at AuBurn Pharmacy. And most importantly, my wife Eileen, she is Director of Marketing and Advertising, and usually my boss. I know that she worked very hard with our AuBurn team on putting this together. I know that she consulted with some folks at PBA Health and obviously at Cardinal Health to put it all together. I'll tell you a little story then when I first found out about being nominated and making it as a finalist. In our offices, my office is down at the end of a very long hall, and the carpet's brown. I call it the brown mile. And I look up from my desk and I see 6 or 7 heads all peeking through my door, and they all look at me and said, "Mike, do you have a couple minutes?" I was like, "Good Lord, this can't be good." So they came in and they told me what they had done, and they told me that I was a finalist. And for once, Mike Burns was speechless. Because to think that they thought enough of me and enough of what we did to go through all that work was truly appreciated. But when you ask me, you know, what does it really mean? I think it's an acknowledgement of what we do as an industry. It's what we do as a profession. It's what we do as pharmacists, pharmacy technicians. It's what we do as pharmacies. And it's what we do as a career. One thing that I've learned through the years, there is a difference between a job and a career. With a career, somebody other than you remembers what you did. They don't remember that you were a pharmacist. They remember the things that you did as a pharmacist. And that's really important. And I also believe that your career extends outside the walls of your pharmacy, and I promote that amongst all of our team, pharmacists, technicians, clerks alike. And of all the foundations and organizations and boards that I sit on, the one that kind of comes to mind when I think about what the Ken Worcester Award really means is Rotary. Do we have any Rotarians out here? Thank you, yes, okay? I'm a very devout Rotarian. And if you all, you know what our motto is, service above self. Okay, so I work really hard as a Rotarian. We do a lot in our community, and of course we're still working on to eradicate polio. We almost got it done, and still there's some other initiatives that we're working on. In order to help, and as I've grown up, I've had a lot of mentors, and I still do today. A lot of those are pharmacists. A lot of the folks at PBA Health, the board of directors and executive management, which I've had the blessing of being able to work with for over 20 years, have helped guide me along, and I've learned from them. But also my parents. My dad was a lumber salesman. My mom was a beautician at a beauty shop down in our basement. Unfortunately, we lost my father to cancer in 1994. But we were blessed that my mother found another fine gentleman, Fred, sitting in the crowd. Fred is a small business owner in his past, and also a past Rotarian. But my mom, one of the things that she had always taught me was to love others and to always give of yourself. And so those of you that maybe have met my mother this weekend, you no doubt I've gotten a hug, and a big hug. Whether you want it or not, you're going to get one from Sharon. And if you're around her a little bit longer, you'll hear me, God love you, or sugar booger. And she's really upset when she starts name calling. She'll say, "Oh, you little Dickens." You know what? My mother taught me to love and not to hate. Thank you, Mom. I love you for that. One of the cornerstones that helped build AuBurn Pharmacy and really make us what we are today is we have a motto, the mission before the margin. And I do believe that if you put your mission first, you'll have margins to worry about. Now certainly you have to work hard, you have to do the right things, just like we say at church. If you're going to pray for crops, you better have a hoe in your hand. But if you do the right things and you focus on that mission, you're going to have margins that you can bank on. And then another thing that I do believe is that at the end of the day, all that any of us really want to do is just make a difference. We just want to make a difference in the lives of others. We want to make a difference in the world. Sometimes it's little ways, sometimes it's big ways. You know, it might be a little way, giving somebody a hug, saying, "Sugar booger, I sure love your hair." It might be a big way where you're saving a life, or where you're helping someone at the end of life. So I just have a couple stories that just recently came up in our company, and I know we have a lot of them through the history. But just not too long ago, one of our pharmacists, we about 3 years ago made a big push into immunizations, and we required every one of our pharmacies to be immunization capable. And so, of course, with that, as you know, you have to be CPR certified. One of our pharmacists, Melissa Gilbertson, had just recently recertified, so she'd been through her CPR class within 30 days. She was unlocking the pharmacy one morning, and some folks from the grocery store came running over and said, "We need your help." They had a customer who was having a heart attack. She ran over there, 8 months pregnant. Without hesitation, she went to work. The patient had no pulse when she got there. There was actually a veterinarian there that had a stethoscope, but didn't know CPR. She went to work. She got a pulse going. The EMTs finally arrived and were able to take the patient safely to the hospital. That's making a difference, ladies and gentlemen. That's making a difference. Comes from one of the small pharmacies that we bought in a small community, Carbondale, Kansas, about 1,400 people. The pharmacy, if we didn't buy it, was sure to close, and I knew if it did close, it would never again reopen. And we had a pharmacist that was graduating that had done some rotations with us. His name is Gordon Carroll. Gordon has a passion, and this is exactly the type of pharmacy setting that he wanted. Now, with the low volume that the pharmacy had, we weren't sure if it was going to be able to make any money, but we were certainly going to give it a try. But the main thing is we wanted to be able to make a difference. We wanted to be able to provide the care that we know that the patients out there need. In less than 2 years, he's made a difference. He's made a difference on the patients and the physicians there in the clinic nearby. And just recently, I was notified that while on duty, Gordon got a phone call. And one of his patients that he'd been making a difference in their lives, unfortunately, had been diagnosed with a terminal illness. She was in the hospital in Topeka, Kansas, 30 minutes north of Carbondale, and was told she had less than 4 weeks to live. So her family was going to move her to Missouri to spend her final days. And when she was asked, "Is there anyone you'd like to see before you leave to go to Missouri?" One of the few people that she wanted to see was our pharmacist, Gordon Carroll. They made the phone call from the hospital down. Gordon made some phone calls. We shuffled pharmacists up to give him the afternoon off to go up and spend time with this lady. And you know what Gordon told me was so touching about that whole experience wasn't the fact that she just wanted to see him, but when they talked, what they talked about. What she wanted to know was, "Gordon, what are your plans? You know, what's in your future?" And so that was very humbling to him. And so then there again, ladies and gentlemen, that is making a difference. And that's just like the majority of you all out there are doing today. You're out there, you're making a difference. I know that you are. And so on behalf of my AuBurn team, and on behalf of all the AuBurn pharmacies and the mikeRBC's out there, this is for you. Thank you.
Good night.